Hello, and welcome to our session number 3. Yes, we are going there and we are talking today. It's very exciting because we're talking about gut health. Gut is super important piece of healing journey. And before we start, I really want to celebrate you. And I hope you are getting a lot of insights and a lot of value from this workshop and from the talk yesterday and before yesterday. We talk about inflammation. So if you didn't listen to the recordings yesterday, then listen to it because it really will bring a lot of value. You'll learn that how food can create inflammation in the long run and what food can calm inflammation. So if you have any questions, ask me. I'm here. And it's time to integrate what you are learning. Remember that 25% more likely to happen if you write it down. So write it down, all your discoveries that you learned today and this week. Tomorrow, we will be talking about habits and strategy that we teach and action planning, really how to make the skin healthier and how to find the way to be more healthier and more resilient, because that's what we want. Rosacea is chronic disease, and with every chronic disease, it's as I mentioned yesterday, it's very complex, and we have to embrace, you have to embrace yourself instead of, going with the flow. You have to have some action plan and intention, and that's why we're here this week, because you can put some intention how where you go and how you want to be, instead of just be a victim and just say why this happened to me. We can do much better, and really you can live through transformation. And if you put some action planning, and if you can really shift completely to the person to be in driving seats and really do some healing work, because I know it's possible. I'm living example that it's possible, and many others. And so today the topic is a leaky gut. Before I start, I want to remind you to be active, because we will give a full scholarship to one person who will be the most active in this workshop. How you can win: be all in, show up for yourself each day, do the daily exercises, and enjoy really the support of this lovely community. Participate in the video, comment in the video, and comment in other people's posts if there are some, and just be all in and really be all in. That's what it requires. We live only one, we have just one shot. We have only once, we live only once, and every day that we pass, it will never come back. So I want to really, just if you are kind of procrastinator, just this is the end of it. You have to do some work if you're ready to do that, and really I'm here to help you. So make sure that you take advantage of this week, that you have you can have some support that you really need. And of course, again, this is not, I cannot give you any medical advice. Even I'm a physician. This is beyond my medical practice. I really want to help you and support you and give you nutritional information. So this is for educational purposes only. And I really devote myself to create my Sugar Stop. That's the company that I created for people to support them who needs to make this change, because I believe that anybody with chronic condition, as rosacea is chronic condition, they need support, because we will not get support in medical office. That's why it's just such a short period of time. That's why I created this container. When people have support, they have guidance, they have mentorship, and they have the compassion that they really can lean on and really get better. So because I believe that people with chronic disease, they can really improve if they have this support, and they can get better. And so to get better often means to change the life, and for some people can be too scary. I have many people who joined the program. They told me, I was really scared to join, and I understand. It was scary for me too. But I just want to tell you that it is possible. I want to inspire you, and I want to give you this hope, because I know how changing lifestyle can be difficult, but you can do that. You are here third day. Listen to me 1 hour, so you are committed. And it's really important to visualize the outcome. I think this is where people struggle. They see the face in the morning, the red and inflamed, and then just they shut down and say, hey, why me? Or da da da. No, we have to just get out of this circle, this vicious cycle, and really go out. And this is all where you'll develop this skill, when you will do the work that we're doing. And you don't need to believe 100% to take actions. I didn't believe 100% when I started visualizing that I can heal my skin. It was like impossible. I said, well, this is it now. I will live with this until my days are gone. That's what we know. So I didn't believe 100%. I didn't believe that I can fully do it, but I did believe only a little bit more that I didn't. And this 51%, the tiny bit, gets you past that no. And that gets you to do the first action step, to help you to do the scary step that you need to take, because that's what is, the putting one foot in front of the other. And that's what really will make a huge, this is the transformation. You just keep walking and walking, and before you know it, you live different life. And that was with the shopping list, as I told you the other day, from one of my client, that she was just shocked what she found in her winter jacket from previous years, how she was, what she was shopping. She was just so I'm really excited that you are here, that you were able to join, and that I can really offer you this, because this is not something that we normally have, because this is very controversial place that we are in, and this is really not mainstream yet. And so I just want to support you here, really, to make the scary step that you need to take. And when we are treating the skin condition, the first reaction, because today we're talking about all the bacteria and gut health and the gut skin axis, when we're thinking about the treating the conditions, the skin conditions, the first reaction may not be to think about gut health. But growing research indicates that we should be thinking about it. That's why I devoted the part of my work is really, I never thought that I will talk about poop in my career. That's why I kind of changed completely how I talk to people and how we going forward, because it's just such a important aspect where we should start, and we should really improve it. And without really dismissing the importance of topical therapies, like sometimes we need to put a cream, sometimes we need to put some tablets. The latest medical literature indicates that health of the gut microbiome is equally essential when treating conditions like rosacea. And so that's what we will talk about today. We will talk about gut health. We will talk about leaky gut and gut microbiome, and you will connect the dots. How we say, so it's like that. Which we still don't know everything how it works, but the data showing us that this is the we have to walk this way. And so when we think about our skin, we tend to think about the beauty or breakouts, but it's the larger organ of the human body. Our skin consists of the beneficial bacteria that serves the physical barrier of outside pathogens, making the essential to our overall health. So you hear a lot of time the skin barrier, and that's really, if you have good bacteria on your skin, you are fine. You have good skin barrier. But when it's broken, then it will really affect, and we can have all the issues that we have maybe now on your skin. So, and our skin is really home to trillions of the microorganisms and their byproduct, because they live on our skin, but they as well are producing the chemicals or the products that we know. We collecting really talk about this as a skin microbiome, and similar to those in our guts, the skin microbiome really play a major role in managing what comes into to your body from outside world and communicating information back to the nervous system, to the endocrine system, to the immune system. So again, it's like all connected. And it should come as no surprise that gut health and skin health are really linked together. And these interactions are referred as a gut health. Um, here is a picture. Here is a picture I want to show you. You see, so this is on the left side. You have skin that is nicely, I don't know if you can see that. There is a nice vasculature, and there is no inflammation on the right side. All these red area is that something is wrong, and this is what I will be talking today about. This is where it's linked to leaky gut. We're saying leaky gut, leaky skin. I don't want to go much into the research. If you want, I can share this paper with you. Just let me know. If nobody will ask me, I don't want to bother you because it's just it's too medical. But this is something that it's more and more science is telling us that this is the way we have to walk. We have to see this as a complex issue, and that's why I want to tell you more about it today. And so more imbalance your microbiome is, this will be more showing as conditions like acne, psoriasis, eczema, rosacea. All these skin conditions are really linked to the gut. And although these threats are still being studied, these links, the research suggests that anything damaging your gut, whether it's diet, lifestyle, or environmental factors, can also manifest on the skin too. So we know that is a clear link. As I told you, leaky gut, leaky skin, there is a clear connection. And I'm just excited what the research will show us in the future, because I think we will have some aha moments on the way. And so I want to share first what leaky gut is, because you might hear it from before somewhere on the internet, but I just want to tell you what the research. I want to show you the picture here. So let's show it to you. Yes. So what is intestinal permeability? This is what we call in the medical literature is intestinal permeability. Otherwise, we call it leaky. Let's call it leaky gut here. So those are the cells in the layer of the gut. It's just one layer of cells. You see, there is a nice they sitting on the membrane, and there is the nucleus, and that's all these is nicely organized. They have tight junctions. They have like really they tied to each other. That's how it should be. So only tiny molecules can go through. And we have a lot of them. It's like this is intestinal lining, and it's covering more than 4,000 square feet of surface area. So it's a lot of surface area. And when these cells working properly, they're really creating this tight barrier that controls what gets absorbed to the bloodstream. As you can see on the right side where the blue arrow is, this is where there is a problem. That's where it really, some toxins can really go in. And this is the unhealthy gut lining that can have these large cracks or holes, allowing partially digested food toxins and bugs, the bacteria that normally would be beneficial, but we don't want them beneath this layer. We want them above. And so this causes really the intestinal hyperpermeability. This is what it sounds like. And really then the digestive tract is no longer able to ensure that good stays in and bad stays out. Instead, this gut tight junctions, the proteins holding the intestinal walls together are loosened, and this various gaps really let the particles go into the bloodstream. And this is where the body reacts to these foreign particles in the blood, but by producing immune antibodies and pro-inflammatory cells to fight them off. So this breeds chronic inflammation, food allergies, and various health complications. Very often, I have few actually clients, and they had huge allergies for years. We were doing some work together, and this was not planned. We never think that they could diminish their allergies. But she is calling me and she said, I don't have allergy this year. And so it was amazing for me to find out that actually when we heal the gut, the allergies can really subside. So this is something, it's amazing. And so it's good because we have today much more understanding of the causes, so we can really to do something about it. These days there's so much research going on, and it's really booming, and the studies showing us that we have there are modification in intestinal bacteria and inflammation. There is even some research going on about gut microbiome and the fecal transplant with autism children. There is a so they can really improve the gut microbiome with fecal transplant, and the kids, they can help with autism. There is as well, they were able to do that with Clostridium difficile. This is the bug that is really harmful for our guts, and as well for diabetes, because we know that diabetic patients, they have as well altered microbiome. I will talk about it in a minute. But so just think, really, if you just take from this lesson that whatever you eat, you always have to think what's happening in your gut, what's happening, what goes in, what goes in that should not be in. And leaky gut really can produce problems not only in the gastrointestinal system but as well elsewhere. And this is what we have then problem. We have the autoimmune disease problem, which is lupus, type 1 diabetes, multiple sclerosis, and chronic fatigue syndrome as well, fibromyalgia, arthritis, allergies, asthma, acne, rosacea as well, obesity, mental illness. It's all linked to. And I didn't talk about other issues. Those are just ones that are just on top of my mind. But we know that gut health is absolutely critical, and I feel it was the missing link for years. And now we know that, when I connect my dots. So I got rosacea 11 years ago, and took me 10 months to really improve it. 10 months of hard work. I really learned the hard way. I was the guinea pig. I was trying everything, and I failed so many times. But I'm grateful because the failure, it was learning for me. And it took me 10 months to really clear the skin. And it was, I told you yesterday, it was a puzzle for me. It was something that I had to really put as a priority. And I didn't know even I could do that. If you tell me that I will heal skin if I do this, it doesn't work like this. You just have to do the work and see what happens. You have to be open-minded, and you have to just be able to have a courage, because otherwise, if you have expectation, you're still in that cycle of not believing and not surrounding the body to the job. If we have expectations, we are not on a good path. And so let's go back to the gut. So what it means, this, what you see, the permeability, this is where several factors really can negatively affect this gut integrity, because we need all of the cells looking nice, intact, and be really tight, like nothing goes in. And so you can guess what is cause and really has negative effect. It's sugar. It's all the processed food, all the standard American diet, exposure to chemicals. Glyphosate is a big problem. That's why I always eat non-sprayed food. There is a clean 15 and dirty dozen. If you need, I can drop a link to that. If you don't know yet which vegetables and fruits you can eat organic, and which you don't need to eat organic. As well, a chronic infection. If you some of these Epstein-Barr virus and other as well. Gluten. I will talk about gluten today. Gluten is big trigger, and really affects the integrity of the gut health of the gut. And some food allergies. People who have food allergies and they eat something, they immediately damage the gut. And poorly managed stress. This is so overlooked. I don't know how I sleep with this. Maybe there will be a link as well as sleep as well. It has connection to this, but poorly managed stress is a big trigger for leaky gut. So that's what as well. Actually, the Lisa Rankin was talking about that. She has patients and clients eating kale all day, but they were unhappy people, and they could never get better, because the mind was just in the wrong place. So but we talk about it other time. So really, we talk about sugar, you know about sugar everything now. What you need to know, you just have to, you have to find out in your pantry. Remember, what is in your kitchen is in your stomach. If you have cravings, you will go through your pantry and eat what is there. So you have to declutter, you have to take it all out. I teach all that in my programs, but it's not on topic here. I just want to give you really overview what is really important, how you can move with your thing, and you can really start the healing. So gluten, I want to focus on gluten today, because gluten makes our gut leaky. Simple as that. And especially if you have some autoimmune disease, it's absolutely necessary to take all the gluten, and actually all the grains, because sometimes even the other can release this release of zonulin and increase the permeability, but gluten does it. It triggers the release of zonulin, is the molecule that really kind of holds all together, and then then really creates the opening in the spaces between the cells. I told you yesterday, there was a Harvard professor, Fafasano, that show that the gluten caused transient leaky gut in all of us. When he said it first time in that in that conference, everybody like having a mouth wide open, because that was surprise. We didn't know this before. So really, the thing with gluten is that if you have gluten once in a while, you might not be such a problem. But if it's too often, this leads to more inflammation and more body confusion and more health complication. And so gluten is in many grains such as wheat, barley, and rye. But unfortunately, it really found itself into our food supply. It's disguised in all the packaged food, featured in most pre-prepared dishes. Sometimes it's even in the salad dressing. It's like you just have to read labels, and sometimes I feel I have to have PhD to read the labels well, because we are really suffering from this. A lot of gluten allergies, sensitivities, and intolerances really became the buzzword in the health community. So it's a lot of gluten-free things on the market. But again, especially if you have autoimmune disease, you don't want to have gluten and no other grains. You don't want to go from the wheat cracker to the rice cracker. This is not the way forward. You want to go from wheat cracker to carrot or celery stick. That's the point. Or a piece of egg or piece of meat or something. So really, the gluten is a major component of leaky gut cycle, and is really damaging condition, and it should not be taken lightly. But the thing is that as I said, the gluten is in many food, and such as dairy and other can mimic gluten. So, and those are all grains. That's why I said that's often common mistakes that people they do following gluten-free diet, and they're using other grains, and they're not so well. So this is something I would love to mention, that you really take it home, because especially if you want to really improve your skin, this is something is super important. And really, gluten is still the worst. Oats are fine sometimes. I mean, I love oats, and I ate oats all the time when I was as well healing my skin. So sometimes oats are fine, but even if you think the oats are a problem, you have to see for yourself. That's where I'm again saying that we have to have a personalized approach. This is how we have to go forward. And very often the people who have gluten, they go without noticing anything. At this point, they're likely to see just little symptoms or no symptoms at all. But then this is where people most will assume that gluten won't hurt them, and therefore they can eat no problem. But unfortunately, the lack of symptoms does not mean that gluten doesn't hurt your gut. And very often you will live your life, you eat gluten here and there, and then you stop eating gluten, and you suddenly feel, oh, I feel actually much better. And this is just gluten. Imagine if you stop all these harsh chemicals and food that really creating inflammation and leaky gut. This you will be just another level. And so really, it's just because it's fact that in fact it takes exposure over time and accumulation of damage before leaky gut really will be noticeable. this is something that you have to always think. This is not something that we create in one day. And often one thing that will be noticed is increased food and environmental allergies. That's what I was telling you before. The lady, she was able to heal leaky gut or make it less leaky. She was able to get rid of the allergies, which is amazing. So I hope I change your view on gluten. If you want to stop gluten, you will need to have it at least 1 month away, because this will you will not see any changes, and it needs the gut needs to regenerate, and it's usually takes a few weeks. And gluten, aside from contributing to leaky gut, actually and inflammation, as actually it's really alters as well our gut microbiome, which is something that I will talk now. So we have this gut microbes everywhere in the body, and the majority of the gut bugs we have in our guts, and that is where we have like 4 pounds of them, and we carry a lot of bacteria in our guts, and we have to really take care of them because they are responsible for our digestion. They have really very important functions. They have immune response function. They help us to absorb some nutrient. They help us to vitamin production, and they help us detoxify. They are affecting our mood. Can you believe it? They're affecting our mood, and much more. And so that's what gut microbiome is. It's basically the bacteria that lives in so microbiome, not gut, but microbiome, it's the bacteria that lives everywhere on our skin, our nose, our eyes, our ears, everywhere. And majority lives really in the gastrointestinal tract. This is SIBO, is SIBO, SIFO, and all these. It's above these lectures, but a lot of patients with rosacea has SIBO. So if you are bloated, you have to change your diet from the scratch, because then it's something can go on, and you have what we call gut dysbiosis. So not only that can be the good bacteria and bad bacteria can be in bad ratio, but as well it can be in different location. That's what SIBO is. But this gut dysbiosis is really can be source of inflammation in the gut and as well in the whole body. And this can really increase the risk of developing chronic illness, and it can give you the flare that you have in the skin. So this happens when we eat the sugar, the gluten, the soda, the fried food. Oh my gosh, fried food completely, this is like no go. I would rather have cake, I would rather have candy, but I would not have fried food, because this is with the bad oil, as I told you in session 1. They're using all these inflammatory oils, and it's just so bad for your health. And so we want to create this gut symbiosis. This is the right balance of good and bad bacteria. I don't tell you the species, it's pointless. You can have a test for that. Now it's really available. I will be doing testing from September. If anybody is interested, but it's not for the agenda today. I just want to tell you that really, if you eat a diet rich in whole foods, a lot of fruits, vegetables, all the function will be healthy. Your immune system as well will be working better. So for example, if my kids are sick, if they have a flu, or if it's like flu season, I don't give them any sweets, because we know that sugar will really damage the immune system like immediately. So it's something that we have to always think about, not only in rosacea, but just overall health, because we want to thrive, right? We want to have vitality, and we want to just be healthy with lovely looking skin. So I want this for you. And we have some examples, and from experience of from the experiments on the mice. So they did this on a lean mouse and obese, and they were able to manipulate the mice to be obese or lean by transplanting the bacteria into the mice. So from the obese human, they took the poop and they put it into the lean mice, and they were born in sanitized world, and these mouse get fatter because depending on what microbiome it got. So this is amazing. So I hope that you are slowly understanding what you should be removing from your daily life. and implement these changes, and really this you will start repairing the damage that has previously done. I can guarantee that. It's a journey. As I said, the health and healing, it's not destination, is a journey. But if you have what it takes and you want to walk, again, the one foot in front of the other, you will get there, I have no doubt. And so, this is, again, we go back to the inflammation. This is done by if you eat good food, you will calm the inflammation. And we really, when you reintroduce the nourishing food, the probiotics, essential fiber, the vitamins and minerals, that's where I see how people make mistake, because they say, oh, I got sugar, I got gluten, nothing happened. Yes, because they didn't put the healing compounds back in. And it's, again, if you have SIBO and you have some probiotics, you will just you will be like balloon. It's not, we have, that's why it's, again, personalized. It's very important to realize. But nutrients must be replaced for effective healing, period. We cannot just take out, eliminate. Yes, that's what we do in the beginning, we eliminate, but then we have to really replace and rebalance what was wrong in the body, because that's why we're doing this work. We need to put the body back in the balance. And while everyone needs is, it's really highly individualized. We have some common ground when we know that this is what we have to be doing, and it's helpful when we want to help the gut healing processes. So that's the probiotics, the prebiotics. Prebiotics is the fiber, all the vegetables that the probiotics feed on. So we have the bacteria that eat the fiber. Those are the probiotics, prebiotics. Then we have symbiotics. Those are the as well, the metabolites. The digestive enzymes are great as well. So all the fiber from vegetables, the collagen, or I'm really not so keen. I always prefer to do a broth or meat stock. This is something I'm so passionate. Everybody who will be working with me will have to learn how to make a proper chicken soup or the broth, because it's something that we all need to learn, because it's so simple and it's so important and delicious, nutritious. Turmeric is another one, anti-healing compound. L-glutamine is in a functional medicine a prescription. Quercetin, anything that's broccoli, will be fantastic. So, and when you heal your gut, you will improve your health and you will improve your skin. I can guarantee that. It's 100%. It always goes this way. And as far as you want to go, the healing will appear. And so this is emerging science. You will not hear this from the doctor's office. I think I would not be here if I didn't have rosacea. I'm so grateful I have this skin condition. I had this chronic disease, because I was able to learn all that and really now share with you. And I'm so happy. Because it's our goal is really to be able to sustain wellness and really to just be with ourselves as we are, our best ourselves. And that's, we have to nourish, because again, it's health really is not, it's a journey. And it's something that I know that people need guidance, they need mentorship, and they need network. As I told you yesterday, I saw it so many times. Every single client, patient who succeed had the guidance, had the support, and had the mentorship, had the if they didn't have the community support, they have a spouse that really support them and really saw them as they are. And this is so important. So I learned the hard way. And so I would just summarize it into the 5 steps that you have to really master if you want to do this healing. And of course, we are focusing on the biology, we're focusing on what to eat, what not to eat, what to drink, the exercise, the sleep, all that. But if I put it in like 5 really buckets and look from perspective, the first one, really important, is the mindset. The belief, it's super important that if you cannot believe you can heal, it's no way that you will ever succeed. You have to surrender, you have to let the body to do the work, and you have to believe that the healing is possible for you. You have to create a space. Like in anything, if you are doing some work, if you want to learn skiing, you imagine yourself that you are skiing on that mountain, because you're imagining that you are already skiing. same is with this. You imagining that your skin is clear, because you were not born with rosacea, so you might as well to improve it, and sometimes even reverse it. It's really possible. We can reverse today so many diseases, so I don't see why not we can do this. Sometimes it's a little bit more work because we have to do some testing. When people did all this work and they didn't heal 100%, I can tell you that if you do this work, what we teach, you will get like 80%. I don't want to say a number, but like a lot of things will improve because that's how we, that's why we came to the world. We were designed for health, and then that on the way we just got sick, and so we know that we can do better. And really, to heal chronic condition, you have to really start believing, and not to be in this victim position and really complain all the time, why me. You have to step into power and say, no, it's me, it's my skin, I love myself, it's okay, it's okay. High five. You can do that every morning. High five and say, I love you. In the mirror, say it loud. I never think that I would ever teach this or I would talk about this, but it's just so true, and it was true for me. I was unable to do that, and so how could I, if I really hated my skin, how the skin can get better? That just doesn't make sense. So that's why we talk about it today. So mindset is absolutely critical. The belief, the surrounding is the surrounder. Second, is the importance of habits, and we talk about that tomorrow, and how much is really, like, it's so important a skill set that the healthy person will have, because healthy person will have certain habits that the person with disease won't have. So I want to arm you with all these, that you master everything that you need to really improve your health from the ground. And so we talk about it tomorrow as well. And not only, it's from the way you eat, the way you think, how you take care of the body, and mind is everything. So we do that as well. And so number 3 is really, there is, without strategy and without action plan, there and you need a roadmap to go where the path is. Without this, if you're just floating in the life, and you might ended up having rosacea 30 years, because you have to put some planning, and you have to put some action plan to really just know what you're doing, because otherwise we will just really go from one another day without any success. Because if you want to be successful in this journey, you have to have some pattern and some action plan that you walk. And so that's the strategy and action plan. And the number 4 is really to have a circle of support and community. It's just so important. I can't tell you how important this is, because all the success that I've seen was with people who really are inspired by others. They get support, because sometimes on this health journey we are vulnerable, and we need people who will understand us, who have similar conditions. That's why these Facebook groups, and if they are so powerful, because I remember some of my clients, they say, oh yeah, I was talking about this on Facebook. They are so powerful because people having a same thing, and they just sharing their experience. And so the best is as well if you have a mentor or someone who did the journey. And so that's why I'm here this week for you. And so you can improve your condition, and really I want to give you support. And really this is just I really, I'm so happy I'm doing this. You cannot imagine, I'm so happy. And so the fifth is really putting it all together, connecting the dots between the gut microbiome, listening to your body, really connecting the sleep, the stress, all this, the gut microbiome, what the feel immediately, what feels good, what doesn't feel good in your life, and the communication with people, healing all trauma. All this you can just be in different place. And the thing I want to share with you today is something that I am a bit nervous, but I am so excited because I'm going to teach you all of this. And I was waiting 10 years. I was waiting 10 years to open this special place, this special container of everything that I learned for people like you, and that I experiment and I learned the hard way because I was alone in this, and it took me really it took me a long time, and I just want to be there for you and help you if you are ready to do the work. This is not for someone who's looking for a quick fix or for some, some more products. This is for people who are ready to walk this journey and to really learn what is there, because as I said, we have just one life, and I want for you that you look at the mirror and just start loving yourself as you did before, because this rosacea, I don't want that this thing takes any more day from your life to being miserable, to being angry, or just being unhappy, because you deserve to live a healthy life and happy life. And I just want to share with you everything. So I created, this is the first time ever. I never did this before. So you will be the first one. I did this before. I helped one-to-one, but I never open like this. This it will be 52 lessons that we will go through. It will be 1 hour a week with me on Zoom, and we will just go in this 1 hour in deep. It will be really, I will be your mentor, I will be your guide, I will be your support. You always can come back to me and I will answer everything that I know. And if I don't know, I will have a look, or if I will invite people who are maybe mold specialists, who are, I have already my team that will do it. We do it together. I have yogi. I have someone, a girl that does the tapping technique. So, and it will be more. So it's something I really want to create, something that will be like we fill all the holes, and it will be like this holistic approach to the whole thing. And really, I want as well to be that you are in a place where the positive energy is contagious, and you will just know what to do. And I'm just so happy that again I want to cry, because I know how much I suffered. Luckily, I have this disease of how long? 4 years, and it was suffering. I couldn't go things because people like looking at me like, what is in your skin? Like my dad, oh, you're looking awful. It's like, help me. So someone came to the house, I have to quickly put at least makeup, because otherwise they would just like, they would just be shocked like how I look. And so I know how hard it is, and I know that we don't, we medical doctors, we don't teach that. It's above this is not our job. Our job is prescribe. Your doctor's job is doing great job. Please don't spit on any doctor, because they're doing the great job. They should prescribe medicine, and they should prescribe creams. They just didn't have rosacea as I did. So I'm in this sweet spot where I'm a doctor and I'm a patient. So I know the both ways. And that's why I became a coach to help you to do this, and I'm so happy to offer you this. It's really the price for this program. It's really, so it's no brainer. It's 900. So sorry, 179 a month. So it's like it's really no brainer. I just wanted to put a price that everybody can afford, but it will be commitment for you that you really just do the work. And it's for 1 year, so it's 52 lessons that we will go through everything. So at the end of it, you will just have different life. And I did similar programs before, so I know it works, but I never did with rosacea. And so that's why I am happy that I can offer this to you. And so if you have any question about that, I will post a link below this video. You can have a look. It's not much on the sales page, but I just want to help you. And that's why I'm opening this, because I believe you can heal, and I believe that you have the power to really improve your skin. And look at this mirror every morning and see, oh my gosh, look what I did. I did this work, and now I am so happy about myself. So that's why I created this. So Tomorrow. So I hope it was helpful today. We learn a lot. We learn a lot about the gut health. It's super important. There is as well sleep is related to gut, and everything is related to gut. Whatever you do, when you smile, you're is related to gut. When you cry, you are you either making your gut happy or making your gut sad. And so this was from today. I'm so excited that you are here with me. We are running, we carry on, we continue with this. Tomorrow, we're talking about habits. It's very important that you show up. We're talking about habits, and please be active, because one of you will join me for this program for free, which is the value is over 2,000. So, it's a good value, and I really want be here for you to help you to go out of this suffering. But anyhow, tomorrow I want to see you here again at 1 o'clock. We're talking about habits, how you can really with your habits improve your skin. And Friday so Saturday, actually Saturday, we will talk about rosacea, and you will connect the dots even more. And then we will have some bonus sessions. We have a lot of our play. Just keep going. You're doing a great job. And if you have any questions, please ask me. I'm here to support you. I'm here to guide you. I'm really so grateful that you are here with me, that you sign up. I cannot really, I'm really expressing great gratitude, because I know how it feels to be in that place, and I'm just happy to help. All right then. So see you tomorrow, and have a nice